Hey everybody, I'm Eric Dorsch for WSAV's digital team. We're here today to focus on a place that aims to be a cocktail-anchored culinary experience. This is Municipal Bar. If you could just give us a little background on Municipal Bar.
Yeah, so Municipal Bar is within Municipal Grand, the new boutique hotel that opened up July 9th. It is a 44-room hotel with a rooftop bar called Sun Club. The main bar in the lobby here is called Municipal Bar. Downstairs, there's a new bar that will be opening up later in the fall, which I'm sure we'll get to later, but really excited for that. Municipal Bar itself is meant to be a very communal space. One where, as I'm sure you can see through the layout of the space, conversation is very much meant to flow naturally and for neighbors to come together in this space and to enjoy some good food and drink together, which is ultimately the goal of a good restaurant and bar.
And I see the vibe, and it's a little hard to pin down what you would call the vibes. It's almost like a 50s kind of feel of that. When you have a building like this, I feel like those kind of things just go so well together the vibe almost creates itself just from the atmosphere. Do you feel the same?
Yes, absolutely. I think the vibe, the ambiance of the space is really unique and incredible for Savannah and the country, to be honest with you. This building being erected in 1960 with its history of being a municipal building and a bank as well, we wanted to hold on to that mid-century architecture as much as we could. And we were very intentional about the detail that went into every element of the space, just like the food and the drinks, but the space is really a highlight of the building.
You speak about detail, and obviously this is Savannah Sips, so the detail is the cocktails. When it comes to a cocktail menu like this, I see there's pretty much something for everyone. Mm-hmm. But one of the things I wanted to touch on when I was looking at the menu and I saw it and it kind of stepped out to me is you have something called family style, which family style dining is something we've all heard of, but family style in a cocktail form is just an interesting thing. Can you speak a little bit about that?
Absolutely. The whole idea of drinking and cocktails is a good time, mm-hmm. right? It's the communal sense that we were just talking about earlier as well. So the whole family style idea is to present something fun for 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 of you and your friends to hang out and share a little bit of something with each other like mm-hmm. that. So traditionally that comes in the way of a punch bowl, which is very tiki, but we decided to try to do something a little bit different, where you have the family style martinis, for example, mm-hmm. something that helps elevate the space and provide a little bit more refinement to what it is that you're drinking. And martinis are very much a Municipal Bar staple. So we wanted to find a way to celebrate that in a Savannah way, hence the swan that all the accoutrements are served in as well. So we come over with a bottle for you and do a whole little presentation.
It is interesting. It's almost kind of like that soft serve, but you're doing it with alcohol, where you get to mm-hmm. pick what you want to put on, and it's very interesting. I always say this one is honestly like trying to pick your favorite child, for those people that have children. Is there that cocktail on the menu that when people come in, you're like, you want to steer that way? I always ask everybody when I come around, what's good here? But is there that one cocktail that is a little close to your heart of, you're not going to go wrong if you go with the old fashioned or go with the mezcal or something?
There is, and I mean, of course, we're still in summer, right? But
yeah.
There's a cocktail on the menu called Siesta, which is a refreshing and delicious tequila cocktail that has some sweet potato soju in it, mm-hmm. which I think is something that catches people off guard. There's some grapefruit and some honey and Campari. Campari adds a nice bitter element to the drink that goes really well with the grapefruit. It's just super crushable, delicious. Like, it doesn't really matter the time of year, it's just especially delicious right now whenever it feels like it's 110 degrees outside. You can't go wrong with it.
Absolutely. You said before the interview that like the menu right now was already kind of predetermined, but that going forward there'll be some input and some change and all that. And you said you're going to do some of that. I always am curious how much experimenting goes into when you decide we're going to take something off the menu and put something on. You want to make sure it's perfect so that it doesn't disrupt, but for you, how much experimenting goes into that before you can finally say I'm comfortable with it?
Yeah, whenever we make menu changes, it's a months-long process. It's very methodical. We like to give the team a lot of time to do a lot of conceptualization of the drinks and flavors and ingredients that might go really well together, and we want to get everyone involved as much as possible. So for us, that can take 3 to 4 months, maybe a little bit longer. And you work on sometimes one ingredient or a couple ingredients, or it's just discovering a different spirit. So you're doing a bunch of tastings, and it's something that we do together. So we'll present drinks to each other and have a good time with it, and everyone feels very involved, and like it's everyone's drink, even though maybe it's one person that's kind of driving the boat, that specific one.
Okay. Can you think of a time when in experimenting you went in with the thought of, you know what, this is going to be so good, you made it and you realized, you know what, no, that's not what I want to put on this menu?
Oh man, not this menu specifically, but in the past,
Okay.
I've experimented with corn quite a bit.
Okay.
And corn is, delicious and goes well with a bunch of things.
Yep.
And it's a great summer ingredient. It's kind of difficult in cocktails, I learned. But it was still learned a little bit from the experience, and now I'm just going to stick to eating my corn instead of trying to drink it.
Absolutely. And then lastly, it's kind of an easy question when you ask it to people because this is your place, but when someone comes in to Municipal Bar, what can they expect? What are they going to get as an experience here that they're going to take away and enjoy a full way?
The hospitality is what we pride ourselves on most in Municipal Bar.
Okay.
Obviously, we're in Savannah. It's the city of hospitality, right? We're in the South. This place does an incredible job at it. But for us, it's the style of hospitality that we want to impart on everybody. We want you to come in, feel comfortable in a space that hopefully you think is really beautiful, that feels a little bit more refined and elevated, but you're allowed to let your hair down at the same time. We intentionally put Municipal Bar in the name instead of Municipal Restaurant, right? We want people to be boisterous and to have a good time, and we want to aid people in having that good time. So of course, good food, good drinks, beautiful atmosphere, but it's the personalities that you get to experience from the team that I think really sets us apart.